What's going on, guys? I wanted to start this video off in the Rust Belt and in the trenches where the election will be taking place, obviously. It's just not looking too good for Donald Trump right now. After the Republican National Convention, he did somewhat get a bump out of it, probably about 1 or 2%, like I said, but it was nothing substantial. And in fact, Biden has improved. Trump is at 42%. And like I said, he's always plateaued around 45%. And Joe Biden keeps hovering around 49% or higher. What am I saying? Trump could perform at 45% again. And as long as Joe Biden maintains a lead around 49%, he will win the election. There's just no doubt about it. But like I said, I have to show you guys to prove it. Because as long as Joe Biden hovers around 49% or higher, around 50%, he's going to continue to maintain a lead in states like Pennsylvania, right here where he's from. But it's not just here, it's in places where Donald Trump should really be nervous right now. In the state of Arizona, how's this happening? If Arizona flips, that's it. That's literally it. Biden is closer to 50% than Trump ever has been in the state of Arizona. That's a problem. So Trump barely at one point in time crossed the 45% threshold. But since then, Joe Biden has taken a commanding lead in the state of Arizona, a staunch, hardcore Republican state. This is John McCain's state. But just to show you the evidence that Arizona is showing elements of shifting to the left, shifting to the Democrats, let me show you the Senate race. You got Mark Kelly here with a 17-point lead going against his opponent, Martha McSally. And he's the husband of Gabby Giffords, victim of gun violence. Mark Kelly wins in the state of Arizona by that much. You can almost be assured that Biden's going to win. In the state of Wisconsin, the state that ultimately gave Donald Trump the White House, he hasn't even gone above 45%. So Trump is in trouble. He's in deep shit, just to put it lightly. He's barely holding on to his lead in Texas by 1%. But once again, we're seeing a decline for Donald Trump. And once more again, Joe Biden has brought out more Democratic voters now than at any other point in time in the history of Democratic primaries. And people wonder why he's performing like this in the state of Michigan, a state that has been blue, been a solid blue state. Now it is shifting towards the Republicans, and it is showing elements of shifting towards the right. And perhaps by the end of this decade, it could possibly start to turn into a true swing state or a true Republican state. But it's just not quite there right now. As long as Joe Biden continues to perform above 5%, he's going to win states such as Michigan. In Florida, it's the same exact result. Joe Biden is above 5% in Florida. Barely, but he's there. And I like to call Florida Trump country. But once again, Donald Trump, he's shown that he will struggle all throughout our country. And see, look, Joe's been at 50% in the state of Florida. And he's not showing any signs of decreasing or declining. So as long as Joe stays above 49%, stay above 48%, around the 49%, 50% range, he's going to win. North Carolina, Joe is up. And like I keep saying, as long as he stays above 48% or higher, he's going to win these states. Yeah, Trump hasn't even really just been clean above 46% in the state of North Carolina. But Joe has. Ohio, Donald Trump should win Ohio. I like to call Ohio Trump country, just like Florida. But if Joe manages to pull Ohio out, if he manages to really honestly pull Ohio out, because Ohio is what you call a shift towards the right, Ohio and Florida. They have Republican governors, and they've been electing Republican state legislators for quite some time now. So they've been shifting towards the right, shifting towards the Republicans for a couple years now. And the fact that Joe is keeping up with Donald Trump, competing with him in states such as Ohio and Florida and Texas, Georgia, that should scare the shit out of him. His supporters don't want to hear none of this. They don't want to accept the actual evidence. Part of the reason why he's starting to spend ad money in places like Nevada, because he knows places like Michigan is off limits now. As long as he stays around 48% or higher, he's going to win, because he's going to maintain his lead in these states. As long as he does that, Joe has a 7-point advantage over Donald Trump. That's dismal at this point in time of the election. The election is only 2 months away, and Donald Trump doesn't even have this state in play. It's not even in play, and this is the state that he needs. He must win here. As long as he keeps his lead in the national polling, he's going to win those states that I just signaled out to you. because he's not in trouble there. So Joe has an easier path than Donald does. And why do I say that? Well, primarily because all Joe has to do is win this region right here. He wins this region right here, he's going to be the president. And these states are actually likely Democrat now. Just these states alone. I don't even have to go and fill in the rest of the map. Donald Trump, he can have Texas, he can have Georgia, he can have Florida, he can have North Carolina. He still loses. These are just the states that Joe is leading in. And hell, Trump has a better shot at winning Pennsylvania and Arizona at this point in time. And what's Trump's likeliest scenario? To do exactly just that, what I just said. He must take these two states away from Joe Biden, because as of right now, these two states are safe Democratic states, Arizona and Pennsylvania. So what must Donald Trump do? He must do exactly this. He does that, he's re-elected president. If Donald Trump wins this map right here, he is re-elected president of the United States. Joe could win Michigan and Wisconsin, because as of right now, Arizona and Pennsylvania are more so in play for Trump because they're below 5%. So if I were him, if I were his campaign manager, I would be spending an enormous amount of campaign dollars in Arizona and Pennsylvania, an astronomical amount of money in these two states predominantly alone. You win these states, you're the president again. You can give up Wisconsin and Michigan, and in some ways, why would you go after these states? Just pin in on Pennsylvania and Arizona. Joe shouldn't be leading in Florida, but he's leading in Florida by a substantial amount right now. So it's just more pathways for Joe to the White House. That's another thing. It's just more pathways for him. Because right now he's currently leading in North Carolina, currently leading in Florida, currently leading in Arizona. Like, it's just more pathways for him. And these states are, like I keep saying, they're likely Democratic states.